There are countless ways to make money without any financial investment on your part. Sometimes you have to put in sweat equity. Many businesses today require you to put in lots of effort up front without any monetary benefit right away, but the proceeds will be there down the road. Others offer upfront benefits. It really all depends. We must use our skills we have today to bring in income and be successful. You came here for the truth, so let me unveil that for you. Today we're going to look at 150 ways to make money. I'm going to show you some things in here which most of them probably won't be of any interest to you, but I'm sure that there is something for everyone. I'm going to cover this and then I'm going to look into the gig economy as a whole. Many people stay away from this because they've heard the horror stories. They've heard all of these things in the news and they feel it's not right for them. But I do believe that everybody has a passion, has a skill, has desires, and they can translate that into income. And it's very important to have more than one source of income. Most people, they work a 9-to-5 job and maybe they have a 401k or a pension. And this right here is a perfect world scenario. But isn't it great if you had a second source, a third source of income, and you took your hobbies and your passions and you made that possible? So that's what we're going to look at right now. The first thing I'm going to show you is how to earn money without a traditional job. This here is an infographic that goes through all of them, and obviously they're very small, so we're going to zoom in over here. I'm going to show you some of them. Now, when we look at the top right corner, you're seeing ride sharing like Uber and Lyft, and I know a lot of people, they're not interested in this at all. I'm just going to go through because some people have a desire for certain things that other people don't. So if you just go through here, I'm sure that different ages, different interests, all of these people will be able to find something that they like. Now, this isn't necessarily to replace your 9-to-5 job, but I do think that many people could bring in some extra money on the side, and there are many different ways to do that. You don't need to be an Uber driver. So in the top left corner, we have grocery delivery services, restaurant food delivery. There are other types of delivery like Amazon Flex. There are things like simple tasks where we have TaskRabbit and others. You've probably heard of those before. We go down a little bit further and you're seeing physical tasks. I've seen many of these different companies popping up. There are parking rentals, which I think are really good. And that's when we start getting into some that people need to start thinking out of the box. When you think about your parking rental. So you have a parking space. Let's say you live in the city and it's a very busy area. You have a space available for people where normally they would have to pay $20, $25 for a spot, and you could charge a little bit cheaper. People will be coming to you. And obviously maybe it's considered to be a safer location. Maybe you have a camera there. There could be all different types of perks you could offer those people. Maybe it's a covered area. This is all dependent on you and your personal situation. But doing this is basically taking real estate, and you don't need to have any extra money. This is your own parking spot and you can turn that into money, cash. Car rental services where you turn your own car or maybe a second or third car into a rental. And of course, just like an Airbnb, this is some way that people have been bringing themselves some income. Going through here, tutoring. I think this is fantastic. Not just for individuals that are, let's say, younger, maybe they're students right now. This could be for anybody if you know a particular subject. But I do think that this is probably most applicable to somebody who's, let's say, in the senior grades of high school, and they could be tutoring younger students. This is a great thing to do, and there are so many different services out there today. You're looking at dog sitting and pet watching. Some people love dogs, they love animals, and this is a way for them to bring in some money and spend some time with pets. Selling old stuff, there are so many things on there. I think people should sell or get rid of everything that they don't need. That's a whole different story. Online surveys, these here tend to be not very profitable at all, but hey, they're there if you're interested. Renting your stuff is cool because you could take something that's been sitting in your house, in your garage, in your basement, and you can make an income with it. Or you can buy something purposely that is a rental for other people. It all depends. It's a business. Babysitting, there are others out there. I think there's a lot of risks involved in that. Investing, there's some. Home rentals, Airbnb, and so on. Writing ebooks. If you know something, and I'm sure everybody knows something, even if you think think it's not that important, other people out there are interested in it. We're talking about online here. We're talking about 7 billion people. Somebody is interested in what you know. It could be fixing a leaky faucet. It could be fixing a toilet. It could be fixing a car or changing the oil on your car. This information could be packaged up into either books or videos or a course and could be sold off to people, and you actually save them money. Don't think as if you are taking from them. No, you are saving them money. This is fantastic. Okay, so we're looking at this now towards the bottom. You could write in blogs, art, design, and crafting. There's all kinds of different things like Etsy and Amazon Handmade, among many others. Proofreading is good because a lot of people, maybe English is not their primary language, maybe their English isn't very good, and there are ways to be successful at this. You can sell your services on there. Selling photos as well. People need to use really good photography for their businesses and things, and you can sell your pictures if you're a photographer, as well as if you want to take pictures for other people, you can advertise those services. You can have your own website. You can sell it on Kijiji and Craigslist. There are lots of places to do so. Then we have places like Upwork and Fiverr that are great for individuals to sell services of all kinds. Upwork is particularly good, a little bit more professional than Fiverr. You go down further, we got videos, of course, all different types of video services out there, and voice work. If you got that really good voice, then that is applicable to so many people out there, businesses who need somebody to do voiceovers and things. That would be very good for them and their business. You're helping each other out. So once again, all of these are not necessarily applicable to you, but I just wanted to give some suggestions. These things do not require upfront capital, and I think it's great that people can make some money on the side. Now, I wanted to talk more about the gig economy in general. There are a few infographics that I found that are very applicable to this video. So here, a little further down, you are seeing how big is the gig economy. You're looking at 50 plus million entered the gig economy workforce in 2015. This is 44% of US adults have participated in the gig economy transactions, either as freelancers or clients. 90 million people in the US alone. Obviously, it's growing bigger. You have these services popping up everywhere in just about every single type of business there is. And of course, there's some other details in here. The Uber of X, Postmates.com, BuddyTruck.com, Zeal.com, all of these are different companies that have come up and have started to really gain traction out there. And like I said, it doesn't necessarily apply to everybody, but might be something that a few people are interested in. Okay, so you can just scroll down through here and see others. All of the links in this video will be in the description. You go down to the bottom where it says sources used in this video, click on that, and it will open up a file for you to see all of the sources. This is just showing you some other details if you want to take a look. I'm not going to cover every issue with that. I want to move on to this one. 13 stats that explain the gig economy. You can see the statistics that are all based around this. 11% of working adults in the US work primarily as independent contractors. 86% of professional freelancers choose freelancing. People want to do it, okay? So that's what it comes down to. Now, not necessarily everybody wants to be an Uber driver, but that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about people that are working independent, okay? They are not focused on their 9-to-5 jobs. They're not getting into those businesses these days, maybe because they got laid off from their job, or maybe because of something changing and they wanted to go this route. There are many different avenues that you can take, that you have the skills today to make that money, whether it's on the side or whether it's your primary income. All I'm trying to suggest to you today is that there are differences that are between this generation and the previous generation. Things have changed. Maybe it's for the better, maybe it's for the worse, but I do think that people should do their best every single day to use the skills they have to provide services and products to people in need, whatever that is. That's all for this video. If you found it informative, please give me a thumbs up. When you give me a like on this video, you're supporting me, supporting this channel and the truth, so I do appreciate that. If you want the financial education that wasn't taught to you in school, these two books have everything you need, talking about money, talking about asset classes, talking about all the details. Check it out at the link in the description. If you want the audiobook, that's available at themoneygps.com. If you want to see an entire playlist about making money, I have several videos that you can check out. Just click on this, it'll bring you over to the playlist, and I will see you there.